Check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So here's my idea. Here's my idea, Johnny. Yeah. New scoreboard here.
It is Sunday afternoon, and it is time for championship baseball in Montana's capital city. Kendrick Legion Field in Helena is the spot. The 25th annual Keith Sell Tournament Championship is up for grabs. I'm Jesse Morrison. I'll be calling the action today between the number 1 seeded Bozeman Bucks and the number 2 seeded Yakima Valley Pepsi Pack. This game is a rematch of the pool play matchup. These teams played on Thursday, which ended with Bozeman on top 3-2 and eventually led to the Bucks capturing the 1 seed. This game should be a good one. Don't go anywhere, as I will have the first pitch coming up shortly.
Number 1 seed, and they will be the home team.
Championship game of
Your Bozeman Bucks.
the Keith Sell Tournament, the 25th annual Keith Sell Tournament.
Your leadoff hitter, center fielder,
Bozeman
number
Bucks.
2, Keller Murphy.
We'll have Hunter Williams on the mound.
At DH today, number 11.
Big
Sam
right-hander.
Quinn. Starting at second base.
Looks like he has a good
Ben Hughley.
fastball. Pitches from
Behind the
pretty
plate,
much the stretch.
number 12, Alton Geiselman. At shortstop,
And
number 17,
this
Preston
first pitch is
Freeman.
set for 3:20, maybe a little bit
Number
before
8,
that.
Logan Balethorpe.
Pepsi Pack lineup.
At third base,
Jack
number 1,
Vanderbrake
Corbin
will
Holzer.
lead off.
And
Drew
at first
Johnson
base,
will
number
bat second.
24,
Brandon Bruner will bat
Brett
third. Derek
Hayes.
Wolf will bat fourth. Dylan
At
Bishop
second base,
fifth. Brady
right
Helgeson
field, number
sixth.
4, Ethan
Nate
Fuller.
Gutierrez
And
seventh.
pitching
Connor Daly eighth. And Cy Steele
Bozeman,
ninth.
Number 10, Hunter Williams.
Vanderbrake will be at short. Drew Johnson in left. Bruner will be the DH. Wolf will be at third base today. Bishop at catcher. Helgeson at first. Right fielder will be Nate Gutierrez. Daly will be in center. And Cy Steele will be at second base. And the pitch down to throw down to second base will get these things started.
Behind home plate, Craig Struble.
Craig Struble behind home plate will be the umpire. And Tom Vigalotti will be the field umpire
And the field ump, Tim Vigalotti.
as Jack Vanderbrake steps in.
Number 5, Jack Vandenbrake.
Yakima Valley, Yakima Pepsi Pack is the second Yakima team
318.
other than the Beatles, as the first pitch is a swing and a miss from Vanderbrake. Second delivery from Williams. We right on that inside corner for strike 2. Quickly in an 0-2 hole is Vanderbrake. One is chopped to second base. Hubley will try to scoop it to first with the glove, but a base hit for Vanderbrake on an 0-2 count
That infield
for Yakima Valley, Yakima Pepsi Pack.
for Yakima Valley. Number 10, Drew Johnson.
Drew Johnson will step in. He is the left fielder today for this Yakima team. That'll be a ball upstairs. 1-0, no outs early in this championship game. Here's delivery, and that one's lofted to right field and over the head of the right fielder for will be 2 and potentially 3, as a triple is indeed what scores the runner. So 1-0 with no outs here for Yakima Pepsi Pack.
First run on a stand-up triple by Drew Johnson.
Drew Johnson coming in big
Number 24, Brandon Bruner.
for this Yakima team early in this Keith Sell championship game. One is a check swing from the third hitter in the lineup. Brandon Bruner, the DH, wears number 24. Stands with a closed stance. And he'll take one on the inside corner for strike 2. Yakima in their white uniforms, blue and red or orange trim. Checks his swing, and the ball gets by the catcher, and sliding in head first will be Drew Johnson. So an early 2-0 lead for Yakima Pepsi Pack. Yakima again in the white
Scores on the wild pitch.
uniforms, blue and white trim, blue and red trim, blue numbers, blue stripe down the side of the pants. Here's the 1-2, and a strikeout for out number 1. Great pitch there from Hunter Williams.
Now up for Yakima Valley, the third baseman, number 30, Derek Wolf.
Splitting up the cleanup hitter, third baseman Derek Wolf. He'll take a strike. First pitch of the at bat. Here's the pitch, and that one upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0 early lead in this championship game for Yakima Pepsi Pack, and a swing and a miss breaking ball from Williams. Here's the 1-2. That one's chopped foul down the third base side. As I mentioned, Yakima, one of 2 teams from the area making the trip to Helena. Yakima's about 3.5 hours from the Montana border. So that one is lofted to right field. Could be extra bases. Making the turn is Wolf, and he will get in there with a stand-up double. Already 2 extra base hits for this Yakima team.
Stand-up double for Wolf, brings to the plate the catcher, number 22, Dylan Bishop.
5th hole hitter, the catcher, number 22, Dylan Bishop, will step in. Bats barehanded, wears no protective pads or batting gloves or anything. Here's the first pitch, and he'll loft one out to right field. It is caught, and Wolf will not tag.
Bishop with the fly out to right field, brings to the plate number 21, the first baseman, Brady Helgeson.
In a meeting at the mound here. Strategy discussion. As Brady Helgeson, the first baseman and the 6th hole hitter for Yakima Pepsi Pack, will step in. Yakima, the number 2 seed, coming in here. They're 3-1 in this tournament. Again, lost their only game to this Bozeman team on Thursday, and it was a close one, 3-2 on the opening day of this tournament in pool play. And the first offering from Williams, outside a little low, ball 1. The 1-0. Right down the middle, strike 1. Good looking fastball from Hunter Williams. 1-1. Off speed pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Brady Helgeson. And chopped over past the first baseman. And another run will come in for Yakima Valley. And now they called him out and tossed Derek Wolf after arguing. And now there's a managerial argument. He was clearly safe on that play. Beat the tag by a mile. And then thrown out was the third baseman, Derek Wolf. And potentially another player. I couldn't make out for sure. Derek Wolf will jog out to third, so it looks like it was a different player. Number 8, Nate Gutierrez, who's getting ready to hit for Yakima Valley. He argued the call and got thrown out. Clearly safe. Not a good call by the umpire right there. So 2-0 is the score with Yakima Pepsi Pack on top. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors in that first inning. Lots of warnings going out to that Yakima dugout. Be a new right fielder.
10 is the left fielder, so whoever they put in, they must have.
10 just got thrown out at the plate.
6 is in left?
Yep.
6 must have come in.
6 came in for 8.
And trying to figure out who is in right now for Gutierrez.
Wyatt Berriman.
The Wyatt Berriman.
Johnson moved to right.
Number 6. Drew Johnson moved to right to take Nate Gutierrez's spot.
Jeremy, am I right on the balls under its air stuff? 2-4-0.
And Berriman will go to left.
Exciting top of the first inning, scores 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Bringing to the plate for Bozeman in the bottom of the first inning, sponsored by BMC. Number 2, the center fielder, Keller Murphy.
And the Bozeman bottom half of the inning will be Keller Murphy to lead off for Bozeman. After getting a big break on that call in the previous inning. Be a strike on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1, and that one is lifted to center field. And now coming over to left center will be the new left fielder, Wyatt Berriman. Even though the original right fielder never played in, or original left fielder never played in left field.
Number 11, Sage McMinn.
And the DH will bat second, Sage McMinn.
Thanks, Johnny. Lot going on.
He'll take the delivery from Tommy Maluski. Be a ball on the outside corner. Maluski, a lefty. Pitch is out of the windup. Be a strike. Here's the 1-1. And that one laid off, but catches that inside corner for strike 2. And a swinging strike 3. Second out of the inning. Maluski making quick work of this Bozeman lineup.
Second baseman, Ben Hughley.
Bozeman Bucks are the only organization for high school baseball in the town of Bozeman, as the first pitch to Ben Hughley goes outside for a ball. 2-0 the count now after that. Outside pitch again. Hughley playing second base today for this Bozeman team. He'll swing in, fouling up way out of the seats on the third base side. Here's the 2-1. That one outside again. When Williams, when Maluski is missing, he's missing outside. That one drilled down left field side on the top of the building down there next to the Bozeman bullpen. Championship game at historic Kendrick Legion Field of this Keith Sell tournament. And a ball hit to third and sent over to first by Derek Wolf. And Yakima will hit again in the top of the second inning. 2-0 the score. Yakima Pepsi Pack, the number 2 seed on top of the Bozeman Bucks. The number 1 seed will have the top of the second coming back.
Leading off the top of the second inning for Yakima Valley, the new left fielder, Wyatt Berryman.
The new left fielder, Wyatt Berryman, will lead off for Yakima Valley. First pitch will be low and away for ball 1. Berryman is the replacement for for Nate Gutierrez, who got tossed last inning, arguing on that throw home that was called out. The 2-0 on the outside corner is a called strike. First really big questionable call I've seen watching this tournament this weekend is that one is fouled down the right field on the first base side. It's here Thursday, Friday. Missed yesterday, was here That one swung on and missed. Drop third strike will be thrown over to the first baseman by the catcher for out number 2. I mentioned it's here Thursday, Friday, and
Bringing to the plate, the center fielder,
today, and I haven't seen too many
28,
bad calls
Daly.
other than a few balls and strikes I would have called differently until that
1 out or 2, guys?
play. Here's the pitch. Barely misses. Ball 1. Be ball 2 to Connor Daly, the center fielder. Where's number 28? Here's the pitch. That one misses as well for ball 3. It's Hunter Williams. The 4th delivery. That one will land in for strike number 1. On the inside corner. The 3-1. Also right down the middle for strike 2. Full count now after starting this batter off 3-0. Connor Daly stands back in the box. He'll chop it to second. Ben Hubley will field and over to the first baseman, Rhett Hayes, to retire out number 2.
This ground out brings to the plate the number 9 hitter, second baseman, number 2, Cy Steele.
Second baseman Cy Steele, not spelled like Cy Young, will stand in. S-Y. That ball is misses outside. That one will be driven outside of the stands for strike 1. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball right there from Hunter Williams. And here's the 1-2 that goes a little bit high, evens up the count with 2 outs. Top of the second inning of the Keith Sell 25th Annual Championship game. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Drop third strike, and Rhett Hayes will field the Alton Beisselman throw, and a much cleaner second inning for Bozeman. 2-0. Pepsi Pack leads. The number 4 hitter, Alton Geiselman, the catcher, will lead off this bottom of the second inning for the number 1 seed. Bozeman starts. Maluski starts him off with a ball and then gets a swinging strike there. One ball, 1 strike, no outs to the leadoff hitter of this inning, who will pop it up high and coming over and failing to make the catch is the first baseman, Brady Helgeson. Tough as that one was way up there, probably lost it in the sun. We'll go 1-2 to the big Bozeman catcher. Bats barehanded. Wears a sleeve on his right arm as he swings through strike 3. So far, Maluski looking sharp early.
The shortstop for the Bozeman Bucks, number 17, Preston Lehman.
Preston Fleeman will step in, the number 5 hole hitter for Bozeman. One way outside. Ball 1. Fleeman at short today for Bozeman. He'll loft one to right field, and it'll be easily fielded over there by the right fielder, Drew Johnson. Bozeman in gray jerseys, red numbers,
Fly out to right field.
white pants.
Brings to the plate. Bozeman's left fielder, number 8, Logan Palethorpe. And my dad's next door.
Red hats, black bills, red helmets. Here's the pitch. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. Logan Palethorpe is the left fielder for the Bucks today. And the 1-0 is swung on, fouled back into the net in front of us here in the press box at Kendrick Legion Field.
And he didn't play his senior year. High school, he played summer. Yeah, everything I read started
From Maluski to Palethorpe, the 1-1. It's lofted and will drop for a base hit just in front of the center fielder, Connor Daly.
If you have the opportunity, read, and I have a copy of it if you're interested in reading it, bring it to you. The first hit for Bozeman brings to the plate the third baseman, number 1, Corbin Holzer.
Base hit right there for Bozeman. Corbin Holzer steps in. He's the third baseman, and he's immediately plunked. So it'll be 2 on, first and second with 2 down here. The number
Holzer
8
hit by
hitter,
pitch,
Rhett
brings
Hayes, will come to the plate.
First baseman,
He's the first baseman.
number 24, Rhett Hayes.
Like a lot of these Bozeman players, wearing the high stirrup socks, blue and red stripes. And steal to third and second, the double steal, and the throw is not in time to second base, so the double steal works. Dylan Bishop a little off the mark there. Advancing is Holzer and Palethorpe. So both runners in scoring position now with a 1-0 count, 2 down. Bozeman trying to get on board and almost hits Rhett Hayes. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, bottom of this second inning. Here's the delivery. And a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball from Maluski.
The crazy thing about it is only about 30 to 40% of kids or people come back from come back at all.
Here's the 2-1. That one's ripped down to right field. But it'll be fouled just beyond the Yakima bullpen. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Maluski trying to get out of this second and third situation. That one fouled off. Staying alive again is Rhett Hayes. Hayes with a slightly open stance. Bats from the right side. Here's the delivery. That one is sent to third. Should be an easy play, and it is from the third baseman, Derek Wolf. So Maluski getting out of a second and third situation. Yakima Pepsi pack leads 2-0.
Two left on. Is the leadoff hitter, the shortstop.
Back to the top of the order.
5, Jack Vandenbrink.
Number 5, Jack Vandenbrink, the Yakima shortstop. New pitcher for Bozeman is Rhett Hayes, the first baseman. And that'll be a double between the gap between center field and right field. And a stand-up double right there for
Stand-up double brings
Van
to
de
the
Break.
plate the right fielder, number 10, Drew Johnson.
So Bozeman will lose the DH as Rhett Hayes moves to pitcher and Sage McMahon moves to first from the DH spot. Drew Johnson will stand in. Taking off speed pitch for a strike.
Craig Struble with 4.
Drew Johnson wearing number 10 today.
Nobody else.
White batting gloves.
But he's got the.
And that one
When you get a
is
fan.
fastball in the outside corner for strike number 2.
Turkey.
The sombrero.
The golden sombrero.
I don't know what's left. Another upstate. Another upstate.
Drew Johnson will take a ball on the outside.
So, coach and dugout, clipboard coach,
Head coach.
head coach, a player, and a fan.
There's a bouncer in front of the plate and no throw down to second for Alton Beisselman. Count evens up at 2-2. Yakima from Yakima, Washington. And that one is a swing and a miss. Strike out for Rhett Hayes, the new pitcher. One down here in the top of the third.
The DH for Yakima Valley, number 24, Brandon Bruner.
And the DH, number 24, will step in. Brandon Bruner. And there's the pitch. And that one almost hit Bruner. But able to dodge out of the way. Be a 1-0. Count to the Yakima DH. Yakima from Yakima, Washington. Hometown of former MLB player Scott Hatteberg as
Yep,
I got 1-1, Johnny. Yeah.
I played high school baseball with
as Bruner swings through
and didn't even know anything about Moneyball until I went and
the first strike.
talking and I heard Hatterberg. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I stayed the night at his house one time. Holy, that's hot.
There's a high fly ball, and the left fielder loses his hat and is able to come over and make the play. Logan Palethorpe over there. 2 down now in the top of the third. Still that runner on second base.
The third baseman for Yakima. Number 30, Derek Wolf.
Scott Hatterberg was a catcher, then got hurt. Moved over to first base and was excellent for that 2002 Moneyball A's team as the first pitch to Derek Wolf. The third baseman is inside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That one is a swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1. 2 outs here. Number 30, Derek Wolf, is at the plate. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that one way behind Derek Wolf. Excellent play there by Alton Beisselman. That ball goes past him. Wolf is easily, or the runner at second is easily to third. 2 balls, 1 strike. And strike right down the middle. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2 outs here, top of the third inning of the championship game of this 25th annual Keith Sell tournament.
I'll give you a little more if you want some from Yakima. The Stottlemeyers are from Yakima.
That ball goes inside for ball 3. Here's the 3-2. That one is behind Wolf, so it'll be first and second with 2 outs in the top of the third, and there'll be a meeting at the mound. Stottlemeyers are from Yakima as well.
The walk brings to the plate. Number 22, the catcher, Dylan Bishop.
Mel and Todd Stottlemeyer. Mel Stottlemeyer Jr. Todd Stottlemeyer. And that one is inside and plunks the catcher Dylan Bishop. Inside
Brings to the plate.
is where Rhett Hayes is missing.
Valley's first baseman, number 21, Brady Helgeson.
Brady Helgeson steps in. Number 21, the first baseman. Bats from the left side. That one's high and misses for a ball. Also from Yakima, Misha Tate, the excellent UFC fighter. Here's the 1-0. Missed outside. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Misses outside. 4-3-0 count. Not the time of the game that Bozeman wants to walk in a run. And a generous strike call on the outside corner by the umpire. 3-1 the count now, 2 outs. Rhett Hayes, who started the game at first base, moved over to pitcher, trying to get out of a bases loaded jam here. And that one misses, or no, another generous strike call on the outside corner. Now the count will go full. A big time opportunity for Rhett Hayes to get out of this jam. Here's the 3-2. That one way outside, goes past the catcher, and the run is walked in. So the bases remain loaded with 2 outs here. 3-0 now the score.
The left fielder,
Yakima Pepsi pack has started this this championship game off on a strong note. Here's the pitch. One is inside, misses for a ball. Wyatt Perriman, the left fielder, steps in. Came in after the starting right fielder, Nate Gutierrez, was ejected. Starting left fielder moved over to right, Drew Johnson. That one misses inside. Rhett Hayes is missing into that right batter's box on a lot of his balls here. Missing. Here's the 2-0. One on the outside corner for strike one. Way to get back in and not be inside on this hitter. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And here's the 2-1, and that one is lofted out of the park down the first base side. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Drew Perriman, the left fielder. And he swings and misses, throws his bat down and his helmet down. And the side will be retired. 3-0 the score as Pepsi Pack gets a run. Red Hayes able to get out of the bases loaded jam with just the 1 run. Bottom of the 3rd, Bozeman coming to bat when we return.
Ethan, 4.
The right fielder, Ethan 4, will lead off. The bottom of the 3rd inning for Bozeman. Shows bunt, pulls back as that ball goes past the catcher for ball 1 from Molesky. Ethan 4 spells his name F-A-U-R-E. That one popped back. Well out of play behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to the 9th hole hitter for Bozeman. Good off-speed pitch is swung through for strike number 2. 4 stands in, swings, and taps it foul down the 3rd base side. Chokes up on the bat. He's playing right field today for the Bucks. And the 1-2 almost hits him, but will go inside for ball 2. Bucks bring a team mascot, a taxidermy deer head. And they say that 4 win on that outside fastball.
Swing, strikeout. Brings to the plate the leadoff hitter for Bozeman. Center fielder number 2, Killer Murphy.
Keller Murphy will step in back to the top of the order for Bozeman. Center fielder in today's game. Again, this is the championship game of this Keith Sell tournament. First pitch low and away, ball 1. Keith Sell, obviously 40 years with the Helena Senators. Pitch number 2 misses upstairs. Keith lives the summers here now and lives down in Arizona for his winters, as a swing and a miss for strike 1 from Murphy. Likes to play golf now down in Arizona. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
He'll go more now. Yeah, he goes big time. Look at that. He's almost off the grip.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses low and away. Count goes to full. On the leadoff man for the Bozeman Bucks, Keller Murphy. And he'll swing and lift it between the center and right fielder, and that'll get down. This could be 2, maybe 3, and he'll stop at second base. So the Bucks get a runner in scoring position.
Bringing to the plate the first baseman for Bozeman, number 11, Sage McMinn.
He started the game at DH, moved over to first base when Rhett Hayes moved to pitcher. Sage McMinn, number 2 hitter for the Bucks. And that one is chopped over to the first baseman, who mishandles it, but able to throw it over to the pitcher, Maluski, who makes the out. So the first out. So the second out here of the inning. But the runner is over to third.
That brings to the plate the second baseman for Bozeman, number 3, Ben Hughley.
Number 3 hitter Ben Hughley stands in. Wears bare hands, tape on that right hand. Pitched low and looked outside, but this umpire has been generous with the strike calls so far. And the 0-1 to Hughley. Swung on and missed a great breaking ball from Maluski. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs. Ball 1. Here's the 1-2 to Hughley. He'll swing and drive it out between the center fielder and right fielder. And the runner from third will score. So Bozeman on the board.
Bozeman scores its first run on Hughley's RBI.
3-1 on the Hughley RBI.
Number 12, the catcher, Alton Geiselman.
The cleanup hitter, Alton Geiselman, stands in. The catcher, the tall and lanky catcher, shades of Joe Mauer. Maluski delivers. That one catches the outside corner for strike number 1. Gesselman stands with with that open stance from the right side of the box, moves that bat up and down. Now time will be called.
9-year-old stud player.
Gesselman stands back in, wiggles the bat around. The DeMarini bat he is using. And that one goes outside, and a great throw down on the stolen base attempt. Bishop gets the runner, and the side is retired. 1 run, though, for the Bucks on 2 hits. And it's a ball game here at Kendrick Legion Field.
Bozeman comes up with 1 run on.
Center fielder Connor Daly will get plunked and head to first to lead off the Yakima Valley.
Hit by
Top of the
pitch,
4th.
brings to the plate.
Championship game of this 25th annual Keith Sell tournament. So Cy Steele, the second baseman, 9-hole hitter here, will stand in. Shows bunt, bunts down, and they might turn 2. 1 turn to second base. A good throw down by Gesselman. And
Geiselman ruins the sacrifice. Bringing to the plate.
No
the
sacrifice.
outfielder
It's
for
a-
Yakima Valley.
right here.
Stop number 5, Jack Vandenbrake.
Jack Vandenbrake will stand in. Back to the top of the order for Yakima Pepsi Pack. He's playing shortstop as he singles to left field. Is 3 today. 3 for 3 today.
That hit brings to the plate the right fielder, number 10, Drew Johnson.
Drew Johnson now stepping in. The right fielder started the game, was supposed to start the game in left, but moved over to right with the ejection. Pitch catches the outside of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. That one is lifted to right field, and easily making the catch is the right fielder, Ethan Four. Runners will hold.
That flyout brings to the plate the DH, number 24, Brandon Bruner.
Brandon Bruner, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. Bruner wearing the number 24. That was a nasty pitch that fooled Bruner, the designated hitter today for Yakima. Ball upstairs from Red Hayes, the pitcher who moved in last inning. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Fooled him again. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Bruner swings. Drives it between the gaps, but the center fielder able to go over there and track it down in right center field for out number 3. So no runs for Pepsi Pack in the top of the 4th. Bozeman with an excellent opportunity in the bottom of the 4th. Alton Geiselman will lead off for Bozeman. He's the catcher. Strike on the outside corner. Ball 1. No balls, 1 strike. Geiselman will swing and foul it back for strike number 2, easily getting into an 0-2 count for Tommy Molesky. Here's the 0-2 from Molesky. A swing and a base hit to right center field. Good piece of 0-2 hitting there by the Bozeman catcher, Geiselman.
Number 17, Preston Fleeman.
Preston Fleeman, the shortstop, will stand in. He is number 17, and he is the cleanup hitter tonight. Right down the middle. Strike 1. And showing bunt is Fleeman now, and he'll pull back. Stands with an open stance. Shows bunt again. Will bunt to the third base side. Good bunt. Fielded by the pitcher, and he throws him off. Throws his first baseman off the bag. Helgeson unable to come back to it, and it will be an error on the pitcher, Tommy Molesky. And with no outs, there are runners on second and third.
Number 8, Logan Palethorpe.
Logan Palethorpe, the number 6 hitter, wears number 8 and is in left field. Will now hit with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And another bunt is fouled down the third base side. Bozeman obviously wants to move the runners to second and third. Here's the 0-1, another bunt attempt. That one's right to the pitcher, who'll go to the third.
Tag him. Oh.
And not tagging the runner is Derek Wolf. So we've got bases loaded now. That bunt attempt went way better than expected.
Brings to the plate the third baseman for Bozeman, number 1, Corbin Holzer.
Third baseman Corbin Holzer steps in. He's the 7th hole hitter.
How they handled the bunt so far, I would.
See if he bunts again.
Hang a hell of a crooked number on him.
And he will plunk Holzer in a little bit of a bat flip stare down from Holzer as the run comes across the plate.
The hit by pitch scores Geiselman from third base.
And all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game.
The pitcher,
Catcher Bishop goes out to talk to Molesky.
Rhett Hayes.
And we will have a managerial decision here. I'm not sure he will switch to his bullpen yet. This looks to be more of a strategy meeting. And Rhett Hayes, the pitcher, will step in. Started the game at first, replaced Hunter Williams on the mound.
The Beatles coach goes, "This is the first time I had home field advantage when I left the state of Washington."
Home plate umpire breaks up the mound visit. And Hayes will step in here. Still no outs. Still no outs in the bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded. And Rhett Hayes, the 8-hole hitter, will try to crank one here. And crank one he does. Extra bases to right center field. He'll actually stop at first. But 2 runs will cross the plate. And with that hit, Rhett Hayes gives the Bozeman Bucks the 4-3 lead.
Helps himself out with a 2 RBI single. Bringing to the plate the right fielder, number 4, Ethan Ford.
Good play by Drew Johnson in right field to get in front of that ball before it went to the wall for extra bases. Could be 5-3 here versus 4-3. In the 9-hitter, Ethan Ford will bunt and tap it foul down the first base side. Still no outs here. First and third. This has been a problematic inning for Tommy Molesky and the Yakima Pepsi Pack, number 2 seeded team in this 25th annual Keith Self Championship game. Here's the 0-1, and that is a bunt down to first, and a run will score. So a suicide squeeze. But tagged out is Ford by the first baseman, Helgeson, who fielded that ball.
The safety squeeze scores another run and brings to the plate the leadoff hitter, center fielder, number 2, Keller Murfitt.
Keller Murfitt, the leadoff hitter in center field. He comes in with just 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. That one right down the middle. Fastball for a strike. If he had swung at that one, that might have gone a long way. Choking up on his bat. And that's a foul ball strike. So we go to an 0-2 count with 1 out. Man on second is Rhett Hayes, the Bozeman pitcher. Molesky really being forced to work here. It is a 5-3 Bozeman lead. A 4-run bottom of the fourth so far. Here's a pitch and a swing and a long foul ball out to left field. Looks like it hit the batting cage out there at Kendrick Legion Field. Here's the 0-2. And a swing, and that might drop in front of the center fielder, but no, he is able to come back in, and Hayes was on his way to third, so they flip it to Jack Vanderbrake, the shortstop, who is covering second for the double play. But a 4-run inning for the Bucks gives them a 5-3 lead. Their bats have come alive these past 2 innings. And the 1 seed are looking like the 1 seed out here in this championship game. 5-3 the score. We'll come back with the top of the 5th.
The 5th inning. The third baseman, number 30, Derek Wolf.
Third baseman number 30, Derek Wolf, will lead off. Wolf, of course, was called out heading home in the first inning. End of the inning was a very controversial call as he fouls one down the third base side. He's the number 4 hitter. Yakima, Washington, about 3.5 hours from the Washington border. The Washington-Montana border. Here's the 0-1. Change up for strike 2. Here's the 0-2.
Yeah, they're continuing on, I don't know where.
Upstairs, ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Drilled foul out of the stands.
So he tested positive. He went to the wedding in Augusta the day after he was here. Yeah.
Here was the 1-2. That one is fouled back. Tipped. But not into the glove of the catcher, Geiselman. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs to Derek Wolf, who is leading off this top half of the 5th inning. It's the 1-2. That one's lifted into left center. Coming over is the center fielder, Murfitt, who will make the play.
Murphy takes control in center field. For the out, bringing to the plate, the Yakima Valley catcher, number 22, Dylan Bishop.
Dylan Bishop, the catcher for Yakima Valley, will stand in. Right-handed hitter, bats bare-handed. The great throw earlier in this game. And he bunts it to the left. And it is a fair ball as it was touched by Geiselman before it rolled out. He taps his plate and says his pads and says, "That's on me."
What do we call that? It's a hit.
You gotta call it a hit, yeah.
So an infield single for the catcher Bishop.
The bunt single brings to the plate the first baseman, number 21, Brady Helgeson.
Brady Helgeson will stand in. Left-handed batter. 1 out here for Yakima. Shows bunt and a throw down to first. The runner is back in time. Tell you what, with these all white uniforms, Bishop couldn't look any more like a ball player right now. 1-0 count, pickoff move. Bishop back in.
Mom and Dad will spend a long time trying to get that one clean.
Gotta soak it. Yeah.
Ball 2 upstairs to Helgeson.
Yeah, I've washed
First
a
baseman.
lot of clay down into my septic tank from the
Yeah.
kitchen sink.
I dropped a lot of dirt onto the floor. A lot of dirt.
2-0 misses outside. 3-0. Bishop's uniform will require a lot of TLC from either him or his parents. And the 3-0 inside corner for strike 1. And, you know, as I'm hearing from our PA announcer, maybe just send him through the car wash on first base. And that one is ripped over foul into the seats over there, the bleachers
Oh yeah.
down the third base side. It'll be a full count with 1 out. In the top half of the 5th inning of this Keith Sell championship game. And a pickoff move, Bishop easily back in. More work for his parents on the uniform. Helgeson is the 6-hole hitter. And Bishop will go to second. Was stealing, but that pitch missed outside for ball 4. So a walk from Rhett Hayes.
Fielder, number 6, Wyatt Berryman.
Wyatt Berryman, the 7-hole hitter, will step in. Did not start the game, came in early after the ejection of Nate Gutierrez. And a foul tip
Really easy name, Connor Daly. The center fielder.
back for strike 1.
Number 21, the center fielder, Connor Daly. You sure you wanted to?
No balls, 1 strike. And that ball ripped to left. Could be 1 run, but they will hold the runner Bishop at third base. So bases loaded, 1 out.
The single.
And Connor Daly, the 8th hitter, will come up. But it looks like we've got a new pitcher. Rhett Hayes will pass the ball off to, I believe that is the first baseman, former DH, Sage McMahon. And Hayes will move back to first.
Yeah, just that. He was throwing 86 in Billings.
I've been told that Sage McMahon can hit 86 on the gun. Was hitting that in Billings the other week. Big right-hander. We'll see what he's got when When we come back here, championship game of the 25th annual Keith Sell tournament. Bucks lead Pepsi Pack 5-3 with 1 out and the bases loaded in the top of the 5th inning.
Connor Daly.
They're fine.
Connor Daly will step in, and he will loft it up to right field. Backing up will be Ethan Four, but a sac fly scores Bishop. So it's now a 1-run game with the tying run on third base.
And brings to the plate the second baseman, number 2, Cy Steele.
The number 9 hitter, the second baseman, Cy Steele for Yakima Pepsi Pack will stand in, trying to drive in the third base runner to tie the game. That one bounces in front of the plate on a breaking ball. For ball 1, it's 1-0 with 2 outs. And Steele swings and lofts it into the bullpen down there on the right field side of Kendrick Legion Field. Kendrick Legion Field, very historic park, built in 1939. 39 years of rookie ball as that one misses inside, and the catcher loses track of it. And Connor Daly will, or I'm sorry, Wyatt Berriman will move to second base. Here's the delivery. High fastball misses. 3-1 the count. And here's another fastball. That one misses low. The bases are loaded for the top of the order. There are 2 outs, but Jack Vanderbrake.
Jack Vandenbrake. So you got the next one, Drew Johnson.
Zach Vanderbrake will step in, batting from the right side with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Off-speed delivery. Misses inside and low. Sage McMahon seems to be missing a little low here. That one's a perfect pitch for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. And sent out of here for a foul ball. Two strikes. McMinn trying to get out of this inning with the Bucks lead. In on the hands of Vanderbrake, who fouls it back. The 1-2. Inside, ball 2, evens up the count with 2 outs. So far, it's been a good one in this championship game. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss, breaking ball. Umpire says no, dropped, third strike. And the Bucks get out of this top of the 5th inning, allowing just 1 run. They lead 5-4.
Leading off for the Bozeman Bucks, the new pitcher, number 11, Sage McMinn.
Sage McMinn, who started at DH, moved to first, and then is now pitching, will lead off from the left side as Tommy Maliski remains out there for Yakima. The 1-0 will be swung on and missed.
The next one is Ben Huber.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one
No outs
don't be
to the leadoff hitter here.
number 12, Alton.
And that one is lofted way up there.
It's actually
Coming in and making the catch is Drew Johnson. So 1 down.
Next up for Bozeman, the second baseman, number 3, Ben Hubley.
And Ben Hubley, the second baseman, will step in. Hubley wearing number 3, wearing that tape around his left hand. And he will loft it on the first pitch to left field. Coming in and making the play is Wyatt Berriman.
Now batting for Bozeman, the catcher, number 12, Alton Geiselman.
So 2 quick outs here for Molesky after that 4-run inning last inning.
Bruner, thought you were going to do Drew Johnson. He's the right.
And hit out a long fly ball to center field, and it will be an amazing catch by the second baseman, Cy Steele. He reached out over the shoulder. The play of the game so far. What a play. And that will retire the side a quick
To the bottom of the 5th inning.
bottom of the 5th inning for Tommy Molesky.
No hits.
And the top of the 6th inning, Yakima back at the plate. It'll be the left fielder, Drew Johnson, the second hole hitter, taking a strike to start off his at-bat. Yakima got out of that. A base hit to the right field by Drew Johnson. Going back to what I was saying, a great play by the second baseman,
Now batting this DH,
Cy Steele, out there to end the inning
Brandon Bruner.
in the previous half inning. If you want to rewind my stream and see it if you're just joining us. 5-4 the score. Bucks lead. Would be 5-5 if not for a blown call at home plate in the first inning. 5-4 Bucks lead. 1 ball, no strikes. Showing bunt is the batter, but advancing to second on a wild pickoff throw. And the tying run is now on second, Drew Johnson.
2-0 or 1-0, Jeremy? I got 1-0. Yeah.
1-0 with
And Brandon Bruner is the hitter. He's the designated hitter, and he takes a strike low and on the outside corner. 4 strike 1. Evens up the count at 1.
1-1.
Here's the 1-1. That one low and inside, and the throw down bounces off the second baseman's glove, and Johnson now to third, the tying run. Two balls, 1 strike. No outs now with the man on third. That one low and in the dirt again. So a 3-1 count here. You've got to think that Bruner has the green light. Here's the pitch. That one inside, and Bruner has walked. So first and third, now the potential go-ahead run is at first.
Number 30, Derek Wolf.
And Derek Wolf, the third baseman for Yakima, steps in to hit from the right side, trying to give his team at least a tie, if not the lead. McMinn deals. Inside corner for a strike. 1. Here's the pitch, and that one dribbler down the third base side. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners on first and third. And a ball driven well out to left field, over the head of the left fielder. 1 run will score, and 2. The other runner will hold at third, and this game is tied. A big RBI double for the designated hitter, Derek Wolf. The third baseman, Derek Wolf. And the catcher, Dylan Wolf, the number 5 hitter, will come in to hit. McMinn again misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Another pitch missed inside. McMinn's got great stuff. He's just had a little bit of trouble locating it. The 2-0. That one is a great fastball. That is a swing and a miss. Still no outs in the top of the 6th. 1 run has already crossed the plate. And another pitch missed inside. 3-1 the count, no outs. And that ball is at least going to score another one. It's over the head of the right fielder. 4, and going into third for a triple that clears the bases is Helgeson. I'm sorry, Bishop.
Takes the lead with back-to-back doubles and brings to the plate number 21, Brady Helgeson.
Now Helgeson will hit a 2-run triple. Gives Yakima the lead in the championship game. And McMinn delivers.
Give that a strike.
It's a strike on a swing and miss. The ball bounced in front of the plate, and not able to find it for a little bit was Gesselman. The runner did not try to advance from third. The speed of Bishop was definitely on display on that triple. Helgeson, the first baseman, the number 6 hitter for Yakima. There's still no outs in this inning. And this will at least be another run fielded by Murfitt, and a tag, and easily scoring will be Bishop. Eight to 5 the score, a 4-run top of the 6th for Yakima. They've extended their lead to 3.
Brings to the plate the left fielder, number 6, Wyatt Berryman.
Wyatt Berryman, the left fielder, will stand in. Did not start, but has played most of this game after the ejection. And first one missed upstairs for a ball. Second one on the outside of the strike zone for strike 1. And Berryman attempts a bunt, but the ball goes by him for strike 2. And that ball is hit over to the shortstop, Fleeman, who will flip it over to first for out number 2. McMahon has a power fastball, but he's not really been able to locate it too well today. Third pitcher of the game for this Bozeman team. And that one is chopped foul. Connor Daly, the batter. Daly is center fielder for this Pepsi Pack squad. It's a good fastball, or might have been a changeup down the middle. It's 0-2. And a swing and an 0-2 single to right field for Daly. And Yakima continues to put the pressure on McMahon in the top of the 6th inning.
The second baseman, number 2, Cy Steele.
And Cy Steele, who made that great play in the bottom half of the 5th inning to end the inning, is up. And he will swing on the first pitch to the third baseman, who throws it away, Corbin Holzer, and a run will come in as Steele advances all the way to third. Daly scores another run as part of this 5-run 6th inning for Yakima in this championship game. This is the championship game of the 25th annual Keith Sell tournament. And this guy coming in, Jack Vanderbrake, is 3 for 3 and was just hit and will advance to first. First and third. And now I believe they have batted around Yakima Valley in this inning. Drew Johnson, the right fielder, will step in.
He could have kept this rally going, but now he's going to get out. Just saying. You started this rally.
9-5 the score as Pepsi Pack has put together a 5-run inning. And a stolen base attempt, and now there will be a rundown. And the shortstop, Murfitt, dropped it. Shortstop Fleeman dropped it. There'll be an argument. The runner can create their own base path. It's not a rule that most people know. So he is safe by rule. So run number 6 on that throw down to second base. So man on second. And Johnson fouls it down first base side. Johnson in left field. It was Fleeman that dropped that, not Murfitt. Ball upstairs, a little bit away from McMinn. A 6-run top of the 6th here for Yakima Valley Pepsi pack. As the count goes 3-1. Yakima Valley started the game with 2 runs as a chopper hit to Ben Hubley will retire the side, but 6 runs gives Pepsi Pack the 10-5 lead. 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors in that inning. We will come back with the bottom half of the 6th inning of this Keith Sell 25th Annual Championship game. Bottom of the 6th inning. After that 6-run top of the 6th from Yakima, as the first batter of the inning flies out to center field. And the left fielder, Logan Palethorpe, the 6-hole hitter, will step in for Bozeman. And while giving up 5 runs, Tommy Molesky has been very efficient. Misses inside on the first pitch to Palethorpe with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Misses outside on the 1-0 count. We'll bring the count to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bozeman trying to get back in this one, as either a wild pitch or a passed ball. Didn't see if that went off the catcher's glove. Makes this a 3-0 count. And Molesky deals. And a 4-pitch walk to Palethorpe.
That walk brings to the plate the 3rd baseman for Bozeman, number 1, Corbin Holzer.
Corbin Holzer, the 3rd baseman, the number 7 hitter, will step in with 1 out and a man on first. A pickoff move is in the dirt. And out comes the coach. Gotta think he is not wanting pickoff moves here with a 5-run lead in a championship game. This is a big championship game. It Obviously would be cool to win a championship here in Helena, where so many great future major leaguers have played, including Gary Sheffield, Ryan Braun, Lorenzo Kane, among others. That pitch on the inside, part of the strike zone for strike 1-2, Corbin Holzer. The 0-1. Swung on and chopped to short. This could be two. They get one, and beating out the throw for the fielder's choice is Corbin Holzer.
The fielder's choice brings to the plate the first baseman, number 24, Rhett Hayes.
Mark Loretta, Greg Vaughn, Mike Matheny, Lance McCullers Sr., father of Lance McCullers Jr., played here. George Bell, the 1987 AL MVP for the Toronto Blue Jays, played in Helena during their Pioneer League years. And a chopper by Rhett Hayes back to the pitcher, who flips it over to first base. That will end the inning. No runs for the Bucks,
Bozeman
and
scores no runs, no hits, strands one runner.
one more
Bringing us to
inning
the top of
until
the
Yakima wins the championship if they can hold on here.
Missouri.
McMinn will move over to first again as a new pitcher. Ethan Coleman comes into the game. Rhett Hayes is out of the ball game. As we go to the top of the potential final inning here in Helena of this championship game of the Keith Sell tournament, the 25th annual Keith Sell tournament. And Coleman misses long. To the leadoff hitter of the inning, Brandon Bruner, the designated hitter for Yakima Valley Pepsi Pack. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs and away. Count will run 3-0 to Bruner. And a strike. Got the bottom part of the strike zone. 3-1 here from the new pitcher, Ethan Coleman. And a tapper to the shortstop, Preston Fielman, who makes a nice throw and retires Bruner.
Play by Preston Fleeman. Gets the first out of the inning and brings to the plate the third baseman for Yakima, number 30, Derek Wolf.
Derek Wolf. The third baseman, number 30, will stand in. Ball upstairs will be first pitch of his at bat.
He was terrified. He didn't want to come back.
He did a good job.
He did a great job.
Here's the 1-0. And that one sent out to left field. And a good job tracking that ball down by Logan Palethorpe. 2 down
To the plate,
in the bottom, in the top of the 7th.
22, Dylan Bishop.
Dylan Bishop will stand in. Bishop is the 5th hole hitter. Playing catcher. That one low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, Yakima Valley got 6 runs. Top of the 6th,
This guy bunts and Bill. Yeah.
as Bishop pulls back his bunt.
Striker of all there. I am small.
2-0 the count. Strike 1 as he swings through there. Bishop, a big part of that 6-run inning last inning. Here's the 2-1 and a good bunt down the third base side. That'll be an easy infield single. This kid bunts at ease. Not often you see your 5th hole hitter bunting like that, and your catcher with that kind of speed.
21, Brady Helgeson.
Yeah. I know.
Brady Helgeson, the 6th hole hitter, the first baseman, will stand in batting from the left. Where's the white batting gloves? Uses that white bat with a red handle. He'll swing and drive it out to left field. Coming in foul territory and making the catch to retire the side is Logan Palethorpe. And one more chance for the Bozeman Bucks, trailing by 5 in the bottom of the 7th, will
Plate, Bozeman.
come up
In the bottom
when
of
we
the 7th
return.
inning, where our sponsor is number 4, the right fielder, Ethan Moore.
The number 9 hitter, Ethan 4, will start off the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for the Bozeman Bucks. 4 in right field today. Bats barehanded. And he will not be able to hold his swing. Strike 1. Four wears the number 4 as he swings, hits it down the right field line, but foul into the Yakima bullpen. 0-2 the count to number 4-4. A 6-run Yakima inning propelled them to a 10-5 lead. That was in the top of the 6th as Molesky misses. And a generous strike call on the outside corner. Catches 4 looking. 2 more outs for Molesky to complete the game. Despite giving up 5 runs, he has looked relatively good. First delivery is upstairs to Keller Murphy at the leadoff.
Someone wondering if their field's getting prepped tonight? No, I didn't hear that, but I'm sure we're
Pitch swung on by Murphy for strike 1. 1-1 the count, 1 out here. Change up for strike 2.
How about I've heard that area's been left open sometimes. You never know.
The 1-2 from Molesky. Rings him up. Strike 3.
Hit by that one. He just stuck his knee out.
And 1 out remains
Second strikeout of the inning brings to
in the way of Yakima being the 25th annual Keith Sal Tournament champion.
he strikes out looking, he's gonna chuck shit.
Ben Hubley swings on it, and this should be extra bases. And that's not Ben Hubley, that is Sage McMinn, the first baseman, who doubles up.
That stand-up double brings to the plate.
And now Hubley will stand in.
Number 3, Ben Hubley.
The second baseman
He's on deck.
He's on deck.
wearing tape on his left hand. Molesky deals. Upstairs, ball 1. Molesky's delivery
It's not dry.
hits the strike zone for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And checking his swing is Hubley. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Molesky trying to close out the complete game and the championship for Yakima. Strike 2 fouled off down the third base line out of Kendrick Legion Field. Even count 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Molesky deals. And fouling off his hands to stay alive is Hubley. Hubley, the second baseman for Bozeman today. The 2-2 again. Strike 3 called, and Yakima wins the 25th annual Keith Sell Tournament 10-5. A complete game for Tommy Molesky. A 6-run top of the 6th inning.
Closes out the game with 3
And
strikeouts. And
Bozeman tipping their caps
the Keith Sell
to Yakima.
2020 championship against the
And they get revenge for that Thursday loss that gave them the number 2 seed.
Their respective baselines will have
I thank you for listening to my call. I'm Jesse Morrison. Pepsi Pack wins 10-5 over the Bozeman Bucks. I'm Jesse Morrison signing off from the championship game. But I will have one more tonight as the Helena Brewers will play the Mudville Pinnacle. Helena Senators will play the Mudville Pinnacle Northwest squad. And that game will be coming up at about 6 o'clock.